Black Phoenix checking in right now. I am inside the shop, and I was just thinking about some events that took place today and throughout my life. And I just realized that we literally live to die, to live again. It's like the process of certain plants and trees that wither during certain seasons, and then other seasons they grow. And I think that in life, we have to understand that all of that is a process. All of that is a process to your greatness. It's a process to you really overcoming who you used to be to get to who you want to be. Because to be realistic, a lot of the things that we truly want, we had to lose the person we are at that moment. Because even if we obtain the certain things that we want, we're losing because of the person we are. We are unskilled and unlearned on how to manage and keep certain things and how to maintain certain things, even though the image of those things looks amazing. You know how you will look at something and you'll be like, "Oh, I want this or that," and we have seen different athletes, different people who have jumped into money who wasn't able to keep it because they was unlearned, they was unskilled, they wasn't ready actually to take their lives to that next step. You know what I mean? So I think it's very important that we understand that, what I mean? That's why I'm coming live, just to say that we literally have to die to who we are. We have to shed our skin, so to speak, you know what I mean, to be able to grow new skin to do new things. And it's a process, man. It's a process. So don't get discouraged at the process that you actually have to give up some things about you to get to you, to get to be the you that you really want to be. Because you're going to have to give up some things, because literally it's a process. And if you just be real with yourself and you look at the things that you really want, you're going to know that, man, I got to learn some things. I got to have some growing pains. I got to give up some things. I got to be able to maneuver so I can get myself to that next stage. And life will show you that. It'll show you that with or without your permission. You know what I mean? So I think that if you be aware that we live to die to live again, meaning that it's going to be a season where we're not going to be producing as much as a season where it's meant for us to produce. And in the spring time is when most of the plants bloom, and in summer is when you see most of the fruit produced. And then there's a season where you don't really see it because it's not ready unless it's in house. You know what I mean? So we understand that just life itself shows us that everything has its season. So don't get discouraged if you're going through your fall season or your winter season where you literally have to survive on the things that you have stored up. You know what I mean? So just keep in mind that life is a process. Us learning, us getting better, us doing better, us being better is a process. You know what I mean? I went from going to prison at 16 years old to getting released at 26 years old, and being able to say that from that time up to now it's been 15 years only because of the process, literally. And I had to shed some skin. I went through some different relationships. I learned some things. I had to grow a lot during that process, man. And it wasn't easy. I'm here now in Columbus, Georgia, and I have been moving all around, just enjoying the process of finding who you are and where you want to be at and how you need to network, and being willing to go where you got to go so that way you can network. So I just wanted to say live today that we live to die to live again. It's okay when things are slow. It's okay when it looks like you're not really blooming and blossoming like you need to, because it might not be that season. You see what I'm saying? And certain things are going to happen to show you that you got to have more control over your life, because certain things, we give control to certain systems, certain people. And certain businesses, especially when we start now being independent, is something that you should run. You should know from start to finish. And if things are not going the way that you want them to go, it's because you took that ownership away from you and gave it to someone else. So I think that also shows a lack on our part, that, things that we have to learn over time. So I just wanted to come to you live and just say that keep in mind that we have to go through this process of learning who we are as welders, learning our abilities, getting our skills down, being confident, understanding that you having a physical skill, using the hands is not a weakness. Being a tradesman is not something you should frown upon, but it's something you should embrace, you should honor, because you can be able to actually literally build generational wealth, and you can pass education down to build other plumbers, welders, carpenters, engineers, fabricators, all different type of from electronics to electricians. I'm talking about everything. There's so much we can do, and it's all about learning those hands-on things that keep us running around today. The lights, the walls, all those things are handmade by people. All those things are tradesmen. So I think that we should embrace that, and we should know that doing that process is going to be some slow times, but if we learn how to turn that trade into a business, man, family, I can't stress that enough. Learn how to do it. Take your time, it's fine. But as we grow and we know better, we have to do better. So learn how to turn that trade into business, get that trade, then be thinking of ways you can be independent, be thinking of products, be thinking of ways you can be an individual, meaning learning it first, and then start using it to get independent money. Then starting a business and then turn that business into a product, man. That's where it's at. IBP, individual business product, because that's what we're going to, and that's just a process. And each stage you dying and you becoming something greater. You're utilizing one whole asset till you can't use that no more. You have to get a new body, so to speak, a new life, so to speak, and then you conform into the business where you branch off and start doing bigger things. So as you look at it, you realize the big process of living and dying from a new thing, you know what I mean, and becoming something greater. I embrace it now. Some things, it's harder when certain blows hit you, and you just have to face it and say, you know what, I got to learn from that one. I'm still here. So if you go through something and you wake up one more day, that means, hey, it's one more day to fight. It's not over yet. You know what I mean? So just remember, it's a process. Things are gonna happen. Stuff that you can't prevent, it's gonna happen, but it's okay. Just remember that we live to die to live again, and I think that if you embrace that, if you understand that, and if you let certain things go and just say, hey, okay, I'm gonna come new this time. I'm a new thing now. You know what I mean? I'm a new creature, so to speak. You know what I mean? So I think all that's the process on growing, on us knowing who we are, on us taking our lives to a different stage, to a different level. So I just wanted to say before I leave, for those who are not familiar, check out the website www.hogonwelding.com. That's www.hogonwelding.com. We will be providing more information for shipping container conversions and independent welding courses coming soon. My goal is to hit the Columbus area and the ATL area very hard when it comes to showing what we can do as far as helping people build their independence with shipping container conversions. We're going to be doing shipping container studios. We're going to be doing shipping container condos and studios as far as homes and businesses. So our goal is to help people get their businesses and their ideas off the ground. Everybody need to think outside the box now, especially in 2021. We know we can't depend on just one source of income. And to me personally, having a shipping container conversion as a business is a great investment, because there's so many things you can do. And I want to teach you not only just how to turn a trade into a business, but also how to use that shipping container conversion and turn it also into a business. So We're teaching the shipping container version. We're going to hopefully we'll be having some courses that you can also take with us to learn more about how to do it yourself independently. If you're already a seasoned welder and you want to get into the conversions, we got some courses, so check out that on our website. We also have some prints available. We have welding skis available, and also we got some more skis coming, some more prints coming, some staircases, and I also have a trailer lock print coming soon. So it's not going to be very expensive, but it's going to be a good price to you be able to make another product. So my goal is to make more and more products. So I have a few things coming. I got some gates, some custom gates. So the thing is to think outside the box. Come up with something that you can use to really help someone else, and not only yourself. Because one thing I learned, if you help others, you most definitely going to help you. You know what I mean? So I like to look for a need. So look for a need in what you're doing when you're building a business. That's the number one step. So after you find out what you want to provide, look for a need. And sometimes that need might be wrapped around what you do, and it might not be wrapped around what you do. But if you supply that need, you got a good business. So just keep that in mind. And like I say, just keep in mind that we live to die to live again. So it's okay. Embrace the growing pains and embrace the things you got to go through and to actually get to that next level. And I think that's how we live to be remembered. That's how we keep getting a hog on. Um, that's how we use our culture to actually take ourselves to the next level. So embrace the pain, embrace what you go through. You know what I'm saying? So regardless of how life tends to hit us sometimes, we just got to take it in stride. You know what I mean? So just want to come to you live and just say that, man. I feel like, we need to embrace the fact that we have to live to die to live again. My grandfather used to always say, son, we're not gonna make it out of here alive. So let's enjoy it while we're here. Y'all be blessed, man. Enjoy your night. Hold on.